Ladies and gentlemen, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. When it comes to Season 2 of Black Ops 6 and Warzone, obviously one of the main components of this update is going to be our next weapons update / our next meta update. We are going to see a bunch of new weapons added to the game, not only at the launch of Season 2, but then they've also teased even more for Season 2 Reloaded, presumably at some point in February. And so today I wanted to go through everything to expect with this Season 2 weapons update. So diving right in, per usual, right away at launch for Season 2, we're going to have a bunch of new weapons available via the Battle Pass. That's the typical setup here, has been that way for several years now. However, this time around with the Season 2 Battle Pass, we are seeing a little bit more. Typically, the standard setup for the Battle Pass is 2 new ranged weapons, meaning like rifles, SMGs, snipers, whatever, and then also 1 melee weapon. However, this time around, we're actually seeing 3 new ranged weapons debut in the Battle Pass right away on day 1. So pretty cool that we have a bit more in terms of the overall content offering there. And then of course we'll see even more new weapons added in later on as the season goes by via events, via Season 2 Reloaded, as I just mentioned. But specifically focusing on these new weapons, they've actually already detailed these a bunch. So first up here, we've got the return of the PPSH-41. This of course was teased a little bit in Treyarch's 115-day blog post, and this iconic SMG is now back. This is of course going to be free and available through the page 6 HVT tier reward in the Battle Pass. There's also a blueprint for it on page 14 that'll of course unlock the base version of the weapon as well. As far as the PPSH goes, this is going to have 35 levels. It will have its own unique mastery badges of course, and with this, here's how they describe it: a full auto submachine gun, fast fire rate with impressive damage and high recoil, moderate handling. Make mincemeat out of the competition with the return of the fan favorite World War II era PPSH-41 SMG, boasting an incredibly fast fire rate that makes short work of enemies at close range, tame its unpredictable recoil by firing in bursts, or empty the whole clip in hip fire engagements. Consider the extended mag, assault pack field upgrade, or the scavenger perk to keep from running dry in long fights and keep pushing forward to maximize your damage. So yeah, the iconic PPSH is back. Very excited to get hands on with that one. We also have the Cypher 091 up next. This is going to be a brand new assault rifle, again also available for free via the page 8 HVT tier reward, or page 11 on the Battle Pass via a new blueprint there. This one is going to have 42 total levels, again all its own unique mastery badges and everything going on there. Here's how they describe this one: a full auto assault rifle, slower rate of fire balanced by great handling and excellent mobility. For versatility, few weapons outshine the Cypher 091. With excellent range, handling, and mobility, the weapon performs well in a variety of engagements. With clear front-mounted iron sights, minimal muzzle smoke, and controllable recoil, this AR makes for easy target acquisition even without an attached optic. To top it all off, its fast reload speed reduces downtime between mags, getting you straight back into the fight. I mean, based off their description, this thing's gonna be a beast. It kind of reminds me, at least from the rundown, of the Groza a little bit here. I think this one definitely has, the potential to maybe rival the XM4 if there are any significant changes done to that. We'll talk about that stuff in the actual true meta tuning here in just a moment, but I definitely got my eye on the Cypher here just based off its description. Sounds like it's gonna be a very fun assault rifle. Spoiler alert, all these new weapons are obviously going to be a big focus. There's probably going to be some new bundles featuring all these weapons, and of course the Battle Pass guns are always typically very strong both in multiplayer and Warzone to entice you to play the game more, unlock them, and level them up. So would not be surprised whatsoever if these are all true meta contenders. Anyway, next up, we also have our third new weapon accessible via the Battle Pass, the Fang 82. This is going to be a new LMG available in page 3 as the HVT tier reward. So this might be a lot of people's first unlock here with the Battle Pass. It'll also be in page 10 via a Battle Pass blueprint. This one's going to have 48 levels, so it'll take a bit more to max out, but they say this is a full auto light machine gun, very slow rate of fire with great damage and handling. Possessing the best accuracy and handling in its class, the Fang 82 LMG offers a more aggressive frontline option for players looking to stay in the thick of the fight without losing the LMG firepower expected of the weapon type. While the base magazine size is lower than its peers, the 5 magazines provided ensure that you'll still have plenty of ammo to chew through before running low. The weapon features a reliable 3 to 4 shot elimination out to 50 meters with moderate upward recoil that can be mitigated via controlled bursts, as well as several gunsmith attachments. Keep in mind, that damage profile description is based off of multiplayer, not in Warzone. No, this is not going to be a 3 to 4 shot in Warzone through full plates or anything like that. Would be crazy if so. Again, I still expect this to be, a true meta contender considering it's a new battle pass weapon, but nonetheless, Fang 82 definitely sounds unique as well. So those are the 3 new battle pass weapons. We also, though, have even more weapons dropping throughout the season, including the TR2. This is going to be a new marksman rifle, and this will be a new event reward in the launch window. So it won't be too long after the launch of season 2 when we start to see some new events drop. This will be one of the rewards accessible through those. This one's going to have 39 levels. They say this is a semi-auto marksman rifle, a great rate of fire and respectable handling. Featuring best-in-class handling, the semi-auto marksman rifle is ideal for fast-moving sharpshooters seeking to combine mobility with precision and power. Its rapid recentering speed encourages quick follow-up shots without losing sight of your target, eliminating unarmored enemies in 3 to 4 shots out to 100 meters. Whether you opt for a long-range optic to engage enemies at a distance or prefer a closer fight, the TR2's ease of use promises a good outcome in the hands of a trained operator. If you haven't guessed it yet, this is essentially the FAL. They just can't legally name it the FAL. So one of the most iconic marksmans is back now. Of course, we've had the FAL meta in Warzone before, dating back to MW 2019. Hopefully it's a similar style to that, because that was definitely a very fun one back in the day. Call of Duty also says this about other upcoming weapons as well, particularly based around the mid-season or Season 2 Reloaded update. Season 2 offers an incredible choice of armaments for those operators favoring close combat takedowns. Expect your fill of melee loadout slots with multiple additional hand-to-hand weapons coming in mid-season, plus a rip-roaring projectile armament later on. Expect more information in the Season 2 Reloaded blog. So they're essentially teasing that with the mid-season update, we're going to see several new melee weapons. You may recall there were leaked, ninja weaponry that sort of teased a TMNT crossover with a bow staff, a skateboard, the size, the katana, so on and so forth. Nunchucks, I think, were in there as well. Then they're also teasing what seems to be a rocket launcher too. So the Reloaded update weapons could be rather interesting. However, in addition to just straight up all the new weapons, we also have even more aftermarket parts or weapon mods dropping throughout Season 2 as well. As we dive into all the details here, quick reminder, if you do enjoy the video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated. Truly does help the channel out, helps grow and share the video around. And of course, if you are new to the channel or perhaps you haven't subscribed yet, we should change that every day. This is the place to be to stay up to date with all things going on in Call of Duty. And of course, we are getting closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, so I'd love to have you join us on the road to that. Anyway, for weapon mods or aftermarket parts, whatever you want to call them, in the launch window, we are going to see the crossbow attachment. This is actually going to be available in the battle pass as well as a page 7 reward, and it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a crossbow attachment for the SWAT 556 and AEK 973 marksman. They say add some flair to your primary weapon with the crossbow underbarrel attachment. The 3-tip explosive bolts detonate shortly after impact for an explosive finish, even if you hit just wide of the mark. So definitely going to be a goofy and sort of gimmicky one there, but could be pretty fun nonetheless. We also have the full auto mod coming in the launch window as a new event reward. This is going to be available on the AEK 973. Again, pretty self-explanatory. Convert the AEK into a fully automatic weapon chambered in 545x39. The change gives the marksman rifle a steady upward kick. Press slightly downward through sustained fire to stay on target. So might make the AEK a bit more viable now. We also have the binary trigger coming in the launch window via a new event reward as well, and this is for the Tanto 22. This is going to alter the weapon's typical full auto firing mode to a specialized semi-auto function that fires a bullet when the trigger is pulled, then also when it's released. It does, however, block barrel and underbarrel attachments, so might hurt some of the effectiveness there. We of course already have the binary trigger on the Core 45, so it's going to work like that, just on the Tanto now instead. And then lastly here, we also have the belt fed attachment coming mid-season as an event reward. This is going to be 3 different attachments for the LMGs, and it's basically just changing it to a belt fed, LMG across the board. Add an extreme amount of ammo that's continuously fed to the weapon through sustained fire. The weapon may overheat, so allow it to cool off now and then before resuming your barrage of damage. So just kind of changes up how you can spray and pray the LMGs there. Definitely some interesting ammo mods though, and fire mods for sure. And then briefly, just to close things out, while yes, we do have a significant amount of new weapons and aftermarket parts dropping as a part of this larger weapons update, we're also going to see a significant meta update with Season 2 as well. They've already previewed some of the more universal changes here when it comes to speeding things up across the board with reload speeds, weapon swap speeds for some things. They're going to be reducing jump penalties on certain instances and allowing for better movement with some weapons here. But then more specific weapon tuning as well is to come. Ideally, you know, we're going to see some changes to the XM4 and the Jackal meta within Warzone. That's obviously been pretty much the meta since day one, and not much has changed there. We'll see other various buffs and nerfs. As of now, though, they have not gone into full detail with that stuff. Instead, we're going to see more updates on that in the actual patch notes when those drop here in just a couple of days time. So stay tuned for that. Of course, I'm going to be covering the patch notes right as they drop and everything else going on in COD on a daily basis. So feel free to subscribe to stay up to date with all of that info. And if you enjoyed this video, a like rating on your way out would be seriously appreciated. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.